shot. He just used his hand.
Yes, actually, that had escaped my attention. Maybe we'll get him to try it at the next opportunity, shall we, gentlemen?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's Mark Allen to get frame 3 underway. We were saying when he missed the blue in the last frame that let Ricky Walden in for that wonderful break of 124, that he was looking a little bit subdued. Well, in a way, that can relax a player, because you see your opponent start to play well, you know that you've got to play well.
We saw Ricky Walden play an excellent shot into the pack earlier on, and this is what topspin is. You just put it as high as you can and follow through at pace. The thing is to follow through at pace and just look how it stops first, then all of a sudden you see the spin taking. So it took a couple of seconds there, didn't it, before you saw the spin go through. And that's what happens when you're playing that shot into the pack. And the reason you get your arc is because when it suddenly takes, the spin really generates, and you get that little arc on the cue ball. It's not played inside that shot, just topspin.
Well, he got the red, but he could have done with a nicer kiss than this. There we see it. Just went in a little bit more pace. It may not have got in the pocket. He had a chance of the green, but that's too risky.
Mark Allen, what?
Yeah, it was nice the way Ken did it, didn't he? I mean, just pushed the ball through with his hand. I wish we could have done that when we were playing.
Yeah, it'd been a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Well, I'd have been on everything. Well, he's giving these a close look, so it isn't straightforward just to come off the side cushion. There's just one loose red to the left of the pink. He's a little bit concerned about leaving. He doesn't want to run past it. Well, he's judged that to perfection. Good shot. He's proved a couple of times in one of the earlier frames when he didn't get on the black and he come off the side cushion, got a lovely touch. He's got the pace of the table off. So that's a good sign.
Just looking at the very, very thin safety shot here to get him behind the brown. The only thing that could go wrong here, he can catch the jaws of the middle pocket if he's not careful. So rather than that happen, play it really thin. Oh, that's a terrible shot. Goodness me, it missed it that completely.
Well, that's amazing, isn't it? As you say, he had to hit it so thin. And well, you were saying the only problem that could go wrong was the fact he could hit the bump in the middle pocket. He got nowhere near anything. And there's certainly, I'm sure, a red that will go to this right corner at this end of the table. The red closest to will possibly pass the green, but if he knocks this in, he'll be in and around the black spot area where you want to be. And he's played it beautifully. And that was a gift of a chance, it has to be said.
Ricky's lovely to watch when he gets at this end of the table. Okay, I've criticised him being a little bit too quick sometimes, but He's got all the shots in and around the black spot area, which is the key place. Made a maximum in the last tournament he played in the PTCs. I think it was the 81st, John, the 81st competitive maximum. There's some good players around now, isn't there?
Yeah, just looking at Ricky's stance there, he's one of the few players that has both legs bent. Who's another top player who does that?
Mark King?
Correct. He's a tall lad, but as I say, it's just a sort of what you fall into when you first start playing, isn't it? You know, and that's why you enjoy watching Ricky, because he is a natural. Nothing manufactured about this style.
Yeah, you wouldn't teach it though, John, would you? Because it's
16.
If you just walk by him and give him a little nudge, he'd fall over.
Yeah, but I don't think you're allowed to do that, are you?
What I was trying to say, it's not a solid stance. Now, has he got an angle on this red, he can bring another couple of reds into play. It's one of those where if you play the force-in run-through, you've got to really generate a lot of topspin again to force through the pack. Well, he just played the thin flick.
24.
And that's the problem when you play that. If you put them in the wrong side of the pocket, you hit them too thick.
Yes, and he was expecting, as you say, the thin contact, and he just caught the one, as you say, wrong side of the pocket, caught the other red too thick. If he'd thought that was going to happen, obviously he'd have put a little bit more pace in the shot. Careless.
I think one of our colleagues had a slightly bent knee stance, or John Parrott. He wasn't absolutely straight in the back leg, was he?
No, no. As I say, it's just what you get used to when you first start playing. And if you're comfortable, that's the main thing. And as long as there's nothing... And, of course, the stance...
24.
As long as it's pretty side on, doesn't stop the cue ball or the cue going through straight when you strike the cue ball. But he'll be a little bit disappointed there that he didn't get position. Or is he going to play the more attacking safety here? Open the reds back behind the black. That's what he's decided to do. And he's played it well. He's played it very well. OK, there may be a possibility here of a cut to the right middle, but it's a very risky shot to take on.
Yeah, looking at the angle, he actually gets through the pink and yellow, and in fairness, if he hit it hard enough, he can get back through the yellow and brown and get back up this end of the table. But of course, those two reds would be available in the middle. So it's got to be a little careful if he takes it on. Yeah,
but that scenario only works if you hit the red right. If it's a little bit too thick, then you're not going to get it safe. So if he does take it on, it's a pressure shot. I mean, it could be a frame winner if he knocked it in and got position on a colour. Is it worth the risk?
Yes, if it goes in at pace, he could guarantee being on the black, but those two reds in the middle that would be available probably stop him playing that shot. Just coming up to a minute's thinking time, and it is a tricky situation. There's the path of the cue ball, but you see these two reds are going to be available in the middle. So he probably thought it was worth the risk. Could cost him the frame.
Yes, it was decision time. And Mark Allen saw what Ricky Walden was made of in the last frame, so what can he do with this very good chance now?
Yes, it'd be quite amazing if Mark Allen went 2-1 in front here, because he's done precious little in this match so far. Ricky Walden made 44 in the first, 1-2-4 in the second, has had the first chance there. So he'd be sitting down thinking he could be 3-0 in front, the chances he's had. He could be going 2-1 behind. There's that stat. Mark Allen, 27, the highest break so far, and his favourite now to go 2-1 in front. See, there's another strange choice. OK, he's on this red and it's fine, but if he'd have finished low on the red, it would have been
12.
a tough shot to get onto a colour. It was so easy just to go into the middle red of that cluster of 3 at the front. OK, it's finished absolutely perfect, so no problem.
13.
But that could have gone wrong.
Yeah, the only thing I would say in his defence that these reds are available. Every time you pot one, you make another one available. Anyway, it's all about potting the reds.
20.
And if he pots these reds with colours that are on the table and none of them are near a cushion,
21.
then that will be more than enough to take this third frame. But he's got to do it. But it does inspire you sometimes when you see your opponent make a big century. You know, you realise that nothing but your best is going to be good enough.
Yeah.
And in a way,
29.
helps you relax. You know, you might think, oh, well, that makes you a bit worried your opponent's playing too well, but Ricky just pondering about that red he played. I don't blame him for taking it on, but it was tough, and it wasn't really a good safety. And if there's a secret at this game, the decision you made, never doubt
36.
it. Okay, it didn't work that time, but don't beat yourself up about it.
$37.
Just have a look at this miss again, and as you say, it wasn't really a good safety. It was a thin one, and sometimes you get down and think, well, if I hit it thin, it must go in, but overcut it remarkably. Now, if you can get on this red nicely, I mean, if he
42.
could, he'd like to get up for the blue here. It'd just make it that much easier to get on the 3 remaining reds, which are in the other half of the table.
43.
Just got the angle he needed.
$48.
25 points to lead, 51 remaining at the moment. But these 3 reds, which are all in nice potable positions, would be more than enough to win the frame.
$49. $54. $55.
Puts him 32 in front. So if he pots the green, he's going to have to pot the red, but it doesn't appear any problem whatsoever. So he's making his highest break of the match so far, just at the right time, just to let Ricky Walden know he's not going to have it all his own way.
58. 59.
On the chances, Ricky Walden should be leading, but the scoreboard will tell us now that Mark Allen is going to lead.
$65. 67. $70. 74. 79.
A little bit of an exhibition shot, but
85.
I don't think this cue ball is going to finish up on the black.